to throw. Looking, pumping, dumping. He's got Brian Leonard. He dives for the first down. Shotgun Palmer. Snap back. Looks to the end zone. Throws end zone. Touchdown, Andre Caldwell. And the Bengals take the lead with 14 seconons remaining. How about them Bengals? They may.
Bengals beat Carolina in week 3. Well, as a team, we looked okay, but Carson Palmer still needs to get it together. I mean, he hasn't looked too good with these new brought-in weapons. I'm expecting a little more, so I see for him to improve over time. But other than that, we look pretty good. But yeah, Carson needs to improve, especially with all these weapons. There's really no excuse for that. But hey, it's still early in the season, so he's got time to do that. Get things together, get that pass attack going, because I know it has better potential than that. But we ended up winning 20-7, so it wasn't a bad matchup. And then before I get into the picks, oh, that was a good game yesterday against Chicago and Green Bay, and I actually had Chicago picked to win that game, so that's pretty interesting how it came down. All those penalties Green Bay had, but got to give credit to the Bears. They got some turnovers, but it's a good game, and I did have Chicago picked to win that game as an upset. So, and then Cowboys got their first win, and so did the Vikings. So that's pretty interesting. I didn't know the Cowboys were going to beat the Texans. High-powered offense there, but they kind of shut them down, and Roy Williams 2 touchdowns. So, oh yeah, another one before I get into it. Miami against the Jets. That was a great game. Brendan Marshall, he finally showed up. He's a beast receiver, one of the best in the league. So that was pretty fun to watch. Miami may have lost, but they're one of those teams to watch in the AFC for sure. They could be a Super Bowl pick maybe. We'll see down the line, but it's still early. Now getting into the picks. The Jets versus Buffalo. I'm gonna take the Jets there. Buffalo just I don't know what they're doing right now. They're not gonna get their first win here. They're gonna get wins. They played hard against New England. I mean, they lost 30-38, so they played hard, but they're not gonna take out the Jets. So I'm gonna take New York there. All right, Cincinnati versus Cleveland. I'm going to take Cincinnati, but it's gonna be a good match because the Browns always play the Bengals close. The two Ohio teams, they always play close. Just division opponents, and the Browns actually aren't a bad team, as I've already said before. They're up and coming, so it'll be a good match, and so look for that to be a good game. And hopefully Carson can get it going with the pass attack, but it's going to be a good game regardless. But I'm going to take Cincinnati. Next, Baltimore and Pittsburgh, and the Steelers are 3-0 without Big Ben Roethlisberger, but their defense has been playing great. That's why they're at this point, and their third QB actually did pretty good, Charlie, and so I'm going to take Pittsburgh. I'm going to take Pittsburgh. They're looking like a tough team right now, and then if they can do what Cincy's defense did to the offense of the Ravens definitely won't win this game. And the Steelers have like one of the best defenses in the league, and it's been that way for a long time now. But I mean, if the Ravens win, it won't be surprising either. But I'm going to take the Steelers there. Pittsburgh is hot right now, so I'm going to take Pittsburgh in that game. Next, Denver versus Tennessee. I'm going to take Tennessee. I'll take Tennessee, but in a good match. Could go either way. Denver could take this as well, but another good match, but I'm going to take Tennessee. Next, Detroit versus Green Bay. Detroit 0-3. Green Bay lost against the Chicago Bears. This could be a good game, but again, I'm going to take Green Bay by 14 points. I'll take Green Bay by 14, so Green Bay will win that. Next, San Francisco versus Atlanta. Atlanta looking pretty good now after that loss against the Steelers. I'm going to take Atlanta. And then they took out the Saints, so that was pretty good. But the Saints had Garrett Hartley missed that, was it like 28-yard field goal? Ridiculous, but still. I'm going to take the Saints here, so I'm going to move their record up. Going in the right direction. Next, Carolina versus Indianapolis. Carolina will fall to 0-4, unfortunately, but I'm going to take the Colts here. They've got it going. Carolina hasn't quite got it going yet. I'm not sure if this won't be their season to get anything going. They're probably not going to go far, but hey, that's yet to be seen. You never can count a team out. Next, Seattle versus St. Louis. Could be interesting. St. Louis got their first win. They did take out the Chargers, so it's going to be an interesting one because St. Louis actually isn't a bad team like some people think they are. They're actually a pretty good team. They're up and coming. They got a quarterback now, and they got a running back, and not sure what their defense is ranked, but I'm going to take St. Louis, actually. I'm going to take St. Louis. But it'll be a good match. It could go either way. Another one that could go either way. All right. Whoops. All right. Next, we have Indy versus Jacksonville. So I guess I had it wrong. Is Carolina versus New Orleans, and I'm taking New Orleans. After the loss the Saints had, you're gonna have to take New Orleans for that. They'll come back because Carolina hasn't quite got it together yet. So we have the Colts versus Jacksonville. All right, Indianapolis versus Jacksonville. My bad. That's my fault. All right, I'm gonna take the Colts to move on to 3-1. Yeah, I'm gonna take Indianapolis here. Jacksonville hasn't quite got it together yet. So we have Houston versus Oakland. And Houston, after their loss to the Cowboys, they'll get it together here. I'm gonna take Houston to take out the Oakland Raiders. And next, Washington versus Philadelphia. Ooh. Redskins just had a hard loss against the St. Louis Rams. But in Philadelphia is looking great with Vic. I'm going to have to take Philadelphia here. They're another hot team. They're a hot team to watch. I expect to see them probably win the division. Next, Arizona versus San Diego. Interesting. But I'll take San Diego by 10. Yeah, I'll take them by 10. Next, Chicago versus the New York Giants. Another one that could be close, but I'm going to take Chicago here. I'll take Chicago. Next, New England versus Miami. Ooh, this is going to be a great game to watch. Two great offensive teams. It's going to be great to watch this one. I'm going to take Miami. I'll take Miami. Next, yeah. Alright, so, well, those are my picks for this week, and hopefully it'll be a good one. A lot of close games this week, so it's going to be interesting to see how things go out this week, but a lot of good games. Alright. See you guys next time at the Bengals Gymnasium.